Hello, this is Dr. Garrett Klein, Professor of Trumpet at UNC Greensboro School of Music. In this video, I'm going to be demonstrating the 2021-2022 North Carolina All-State Trumpet Selection for grades 11 and 12. The required piece is an excerpt from Guillaume Balay's Prelude et Ballade. It's a gorgeous piece of music, and I humbly offer my interpretation of it for your study. After the performance, I'll be discussing some practice strategies that will help you get the most out of your music making and really impress the judges in this year's All-State Audition. The first thing to think about when approaching this piece, or any piece for that matter, is making a beautiful and easy sound at all times, even during the really fast notes. There are a lot of quick runs in the prelude, but I'll show you how to break them down and make them quite manageable. In this lyrical and passionate prelude, take your time. The music needs to breathe, and so do you, so make sure not to rush through the phrases. Plan on counting the rests accurately and take plenty of time to breathe. If you're not taking full breaths and using the air efficiently, this prelude can be very difficult. To work out our breathing, we need to come up with what I call a breathing plan. I recommend taking slower breaths than normal, which will allow your lungs to fill completely without any extra tension. During the rests that are longer than a measure, my advice is to breathe over 3 or 4 beats, depending on the length of the phrase that you're about to play. When breathing, try to get an ah syllable on your inhalation, which will help you play with an open and resonant sound. It will be helpful for you to write in which beats you're breathing over to make sure that you're taking the same breath every single time. On these fast runs, I would recommend subdividing them into smaller groups of notes. For example, in measure 11, there's a 10-note scale that may present some challenges. Try writing brackets in your music that break the run into a group of 4 notes, then 3 notes, and then another 3 notes. Then practice this new grouping slowly, putting slight emphasis on the first note of each group. Press the valves down firmly and make sure to lift them up quickly as well. Gradually increase the speed until the run sounds continuous and easy, then do this for the rest of the runs in this piece. After enough repetitions, you'll have these runs totally under your fingers. One of my favorite things about this solo is the many opportunities we have to be expressive. Some general advice on lyrical playing is to highlight specific goal notes within each phrase. I put a little star over these notes in my music to help me see where I'm going in my phrasing. One moment in the prelude that is particularly exciting is in measure 35. The energy is building in this section, and it culminates in a short cadenza. This is an opportunity to display your unique musicality. Try shaping the music here to be as captivating as possible. Accomplish this with dynamic contrast and varied pacing to the runs in the cadenza. The last thing I wanted to address in the prelude is the many large interval leaps that are scattered throughout. The best advice I can offer is to maintain an ah vowel sound during the slur. Make sure that the air is flowing steadily and the vowel is open during the exact moment that you change notes. Practice lightly tonguing the notes and gradually take the tongue stroke away, leaving you with a clean slur. Just remember to really sing during these moments. Looking at the Ballade on the second page, the key here is to be light in your approach to the articulation. The character here is marked décidé, which is the French word for determined, but at the same time, it should have kind of a playful quality about it. I would start by practicing everything slurred, then add in a small amount of articulation. Think about the image of using just one taste bud at a time when adding the tongue back in. In the line that starts in measure 21, focus on staying smooth with your air and tongue very lightly. Leading up to the fermata in measure 44, I like to add a small ritardando. In measures 47 and 48, I'm adding yet another ritardando with the odd tempo starting at measure 49. Since this piece is just an excerpt from the full solo, the last measure you see is not actually the end of the piece, so I wouldn't necessarily slow down there. Thinking big picture now, approach this piece with a lot of freedom. Listen to great recordings and get ideas for how you want to shape this music. Don't forget to check out the trumpet program here at UNCG. Our application is open and scholarships are available. We have both in-person and virtual audition options for those of you who might not be able to get to campus. If you're interested in studying here, please contact me either through email or on Instagram by following the UNCG Trumpet Studio or my personal account, GK Trumpet. If you're interested in getting a copy of the music with my personal markings, I'm happy to share that if you shoot me an email. Have a blast practicing this music, and I hope this video was helpful. I wish you all the best on your All-State preparation.